ready, steady, go!
1, 2, 3, come play with me. There's so much we can do. 1, 2, 3, have fun with me. All you need is you. Let's play!
The 2010 Nestlé Milo Under-13 Champions Tournament got underway in Johannesburg with some new expansions added for the year. We chatted to Russell Lipshin from Nestlé Milo to find out how this tournament has grown.
I think as we've seen over the last years, Nestlé Milo sponsored the Milo Champions Tournament in South Africa. Year one we had 4,600 schools, moving up to 6,000 last year, and hopefully growing from strength to strength in South Africa this year. The tournament is well underway. We've started with district playoffs have started, moving on to the provincial finals, and the tournament will take its natural course. An added bonus this year is that we have launched the Milo African Champions Tournament. And really that is a participation of South Africa being represented by Dorothy Langbe, last year's winners. And joining them would be teams from Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast and Kenya. It's a fantastic platform for us to start to have a bigger impact in the youth of Africa as opposed to merely just South Africa.
Mark Fish is the ambassador for Nestlé Milo Under-13 Champions Tournament and is excited about the inclusion of other African teams.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited about it. I think that for the first time at this level under 13, we can actually gauge ourselves against the rest of the talent in Africa. So now with Nigeria, Ivory Coast and Ghana coming, obviously Kenya is not renowned for the footballing ability, but we can now gauge how far or how close we are to the rest of the continent's talent. So it's a very exciting tournament, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these different countries who have been on top of African football for the last couple of years, what sort of talent they will bring out.
Nestlé Milo and SASFA initiated a partnership 2 years ago and has grown from strength to strength with over 5,800 competing in the tournament.
For the past 2 years or so, we got in partnership with Milo to really introduce football development at under 13 level. We're very proud that so far we have really been able to touch about 13,000 kids within 2 years that have participated in this tournament, and we're hoping to touch more. And some of these youngsters have been able to be identified by the PSL clubs and swallow them into their youth development structures.
Want to get a kick out of reading? Well, just get your hands on the latest Pearson education publications for an informative and fun read.
It all started at the end of 2008 when Pearson Publishing came to us and said they discovered a gap around kids and the World Cup. Nobody seems to be talking much about the World Cup to the kids between the age of 7 and 15. And they asked us to come up with ideas on how they could cater for that market from a real perspective. And it ended up having a series of 5 books. And each has a theme. There's a book called It's a Funny Game, which is my personal favorite. It's a funny game. It talks about the history of soccer, the tidbits of soccer that you really normally come across. Like in the beginning, what did people use? From using the intestines of animals to kick the game, and some of the things that used to happen when certain teams got onto the field. For example, 1950, India couldn't play in the World Cup because FIFA wouldn't allow them to play without shoes. And then there's a super skills. Looks at the basics on what you need to do to be not just a soccer player, but a sports person. The kind of diet you need to take, the kind of exercise, the discipline that comes with football. The other one is Our Heroes. It looks at the big stars of the game, for the past century. And then the other book is The Three of the Best. From a South African perspective, with that Lucas Radebe has made such a big impact on South African soccer, not only on the field here and internationally, but also on the effect that he has had and the giving in he's doing into soccer. He's a true ambassador of the game. Jimmy Drogba is currently the hottest African star, and we picked him up and internationally. That was before Messi overtook That was before Messi overtook Ronaldo, so we picked Ronaldo. So those are the three best we could come up with. And then there's another one called Soccer Africa. It's strictly about soccer stars of Africa, the teams of Africa, what their names and all the funny things that you need to know about African teams. You look at the back of each book, because there's certain terminology that you use in soccer that you can't quite put simply, So it's almost a dictionary of the basic terminology of soccer. You see like what is an offside, and then there's a description of what is an offside, what happens for a player to be ruled as an offside, what's a yellow card. A kid who knows all about soccer will say, I know about that. But a kid who wants to know about soccer will want to know what happens for somebody to get a red card. What happens for somebody to get a red card? What does that mean in terms of the team and all sorts of things? So yeah, we simplified it down to that. A lot of kids are getting distracted from reading. But we really hope that this will get them ready.
We headed for Gansbaai to catch up with the guys from Ryan Marin's Cricket School of Excellence, as well as the team from Tag Rugby, as they hosted a week-long holiday program for the kids in the area.
Today was a holiday program sponsored by ABSA. At the Gansbaai Cricket Sports Centre, we do this 4 times a year for 1 week during every school holiday program. And yeah, today we're fortunate enough to have Tag Rugby and Ryan Marin's Cricket School of Excellence here. It's something that boys and girls can do together. It's for those little schools in the area where they don't have a big rugby squad. They can use 5 or 10 players and they can mix it. So it's someone who doesn't have 2 big squads, A and a B side for first teams or whatever, can use tag and still compete in rugby.
This was a great day for the kids to experience 2 of South Africa's major sporting codes, namely rugby and cricket, as Ryan Marin explains.
Cricket School's here today working with the kids from the community in Gansbaai. Great opportunity to work with these kids who don't often get the opportunity to work with professional coaches. A lot has been put into the community in Gansbaai, giving them the opportunity to work with these kids, various sports. It's just great to be out here working with these kids and giving them opportunity, and just seeing these kids from various backgrounds working with each other and just seeing the kids come out of this day with the knowledge of the game, cricket, and also just mixing with other kids, making friends.
Do you know what part of the foot to use when dribbling? Well, let Sakumi show you how it's done. Start by dribbling the ball with soft pushes using the inside of your feet. As the whistle sounds, trap the ball and look up at Coach Sakumi. Practice your dribbling by putting out 4 beacons 2 meters apart and try dribble through these beacons as fast and accurate as you can.
I love accessories, but my favorite at the moment is my United for Bafana Bafana wristband. It's important because it means that I'm part of a new movement, an uprising of people coming together to support Bafana Bafana during the World Cup. The movement is open to anyone. All you need is passion, a passion for getting behind your team. Tell the world who you support. Get a United for Bafana Bafana wristband, but make sure it's the real deal. Genuine supporters buy genuine goods. I'm Nicole Flint and I support Bafana Bafana.
Next week, it's time to look back on all the cricket, triathlon, street soccer and adventure race action that happened throughout the month.
Ready, steady, go!